It looks like it's all like.
Nah, we are live. Like we got the little 3 meals right now. Yeah. So how y'all days been? How y'all like little weeks been and stuff?
I'm not a morning person.
Yeah, that's what I did learn. For real.
To get up in the morning?
Shoot.
School's kicking my ass right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
It's just that time of the semester, plus
Type
like
ish, buddy. I feel you completely.
type shit.
It's annoying.
Exactly, it's just tedious.
I'm irritable right now with school and whatnot, so I'm just like, ugh.
Same.
Why? What's going on?
You know what's going on, Brody.
They don't know what's going on.
Classes be hard,
These
man.
college professors do not care.
They
really
don't.
don't.
They let you know though off rip, so
Yeah.
I'm not even. I can't even get mad at them like that.
I can, because college was not this hard for them. Like
Well,
the majority of them, especially the dinosaurs, they didn't even have computers when they went to school.
But they like.
Wouldn't that make it
So
easy?
now they're like, oh, you have access to so much more than we did, so we're gonna make things 10 times harder. Instead of like actually teaching you shit that matters. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, well, you don't have to go to the library anymore, so instead of checking out 5 books that are hard to find, I'm gonna make you check out 10. Or find 5 online resources and 5 books. They just pile on instead of like, let's talk about something that actually matters
Like
in
more
class.
in-depth conversation.
Yeah, or like let me teach you something that actually is gonna stick.
literally, because I went in one of my professor's office the other day, and as I'm walking in and another student is walking out, one of the professors was like, oh, you have another customer coming in? That shit pissed me off, bro. But I just laughed it off because I'm like, I didn't want to just
go off.
Yeah, take it serious, take it too serious.
That's real. That's real. I don't know. Freshers make me want to crawl up in my hole and just be there and just figure out life by myself because they be so annoying.
Damn, is it bad like that?
Yeah, bro. Because it be annoying, bro. Like, you be talking to them, you be like, bro, I don't understand any of this content. And they ask you, have you did all of these things to understand content? And even when you have done all of these things, you're just like, bro, it's just like you're not making it digestible. It's as if you forget that you've been in this stuff for 40 years.
Facts.
For real.
Like, you're explaining this like somebody's supposed to be a 40-year-old doctor already supposing to know this. I only know the leg bone's connected to the...
Say, you know that. You said the leg bone connected. Like, you don't even know that.
Confused.
I don't know what's next.
And I was just like, see, I don't even know what's next. You gotta help. Slow it down.
And then they don't even know everything. They act like they know everything. And
They
they don't know
don't.
everything.
When
And then
you-
you ask them a question and they're like, you know what, that would be great for you to look up.
Yeah.
How do I ask this? Okay. So y'all know what the monk haircut is, where they shave the middle of their head, but then they leave like the bird's nest
Yeah.
of like hair.
I thought they like cut up their whole head.
No.
No,
You're
it's
talking
like
about
it's like
one where
the
you cut the
reverse
middle, and it's
of
still
your
a
hair
whole
right
haircut.
now. Like it's instead
Exactly,
of having
that's
hair in the
perfect.
middle and cutting the sides, you leave the sides
And then
and
cut
you
the middle.
shave the
shave
middle
the top.
bald, shiny Squidward bald.
What monks do that?
It's like
like
old,
Catholic
old,
monks.
old.
Yeah,
I don't think they
they're
do
monks,
it
but
anymore. It's
I think there are some
It's
that
something,
still
you're right.
Yeah.
keep up to that tradition. But like it's like, real
Yeah.
special occasion.
Okay, so y'all can picture it.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. Okay. I don't know how to ask this. So if I dared you to do something and the consequence for you not doing the dare was to get this haircut, what dare would make you go, nah, I'm gonna get the cut? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, what's the dare that makes us say, okay, we're
I
gonna
would
just-
rather
I'd rather.
do this.
Something with heights for me.
Really?
Word?
With height.
For real?
Like big, like I don't know.
Like skyscraper heights?
Yeah.
Like, let's say that we were at the Empire State Building, right? And there's like a jumpy, whatever, bungee jump thing. Would you do that?
Okay, maybe I would do a bungee jumping thing, but like,
Okay.
you know how people like stand on top of like like the mountains and like they hang over it type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't do that, bro. Like
You cut off all your braids.
oh nah, I wouldn't cut my brains off for that.
So
shit.
let's say that we is a high mountain point, right? And you have to do 2 jumps, right? But you're jumping across. Like you have a big, not super big, because I don't want you to die, but but you have a big like gap in between, and you're supposed to jump from bam bam to the other side. Would you do that?
Or would you shave off your head? Monk style.
Okay, maybe the mountains.
What about jumping from a plane? Would you go skydiving
I feel like
See, as of now,
by yourself?
because that's protected.
that's what I'm saying.
You know
There's
what I'm
safety
saying?
So
behind it.
I'm
by
saying something with
yourself.
something
That
no,
you can completely
definitely not.
fumble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
fumble on and die.
where there's a risk, where it's like do or die. Like you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you can still die bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane.
True.
Like you know those like weird not weird
Freak
videos.
accidents?
Not freak accidents.
Oh.
Freak accidents is crazy though. But those weird videos where they're on bridges that are just in big gaps, right?
Yes.
And they have the little harnesses that are jumping. If you don't give me the harness and I'm just jumping, that would be something where
I would cut
would
my
be
hair.
one of those where cut
I
my
would cut
hair.
my hair.
Because that's scary. Because knowing myself, bro, I'd be clumsy sometimes. So that jump when I'm just jumping wrong, if I'm just jumping wrong, I'm just like,
Literally.
huh, I didn't guess it enough. You know, when your
Yeah.
brain starts thinking fast, you're just like, wow, this is the minute I knew that I messed up.
This moment, he fucked up.
Ish, right?
Smile.
Right, and then I know that I'm doing that. I'm just like, okay, cool. God, I love you. Forgive me for my sins.
So do you not like roller coasters?
I like roller coasters.
But that's protected.
I think
Makes sense.
I think anything with heights that's not protected.
Yeah, because like
Shit.
it's like going on a ropes course. Like you're afraid of heights, but you know you're harnessed up.
I know, because we went to that ropes cart. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, and I was
Even on roller coasters nowadays, my respects to the kid that situation happened with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was on the
Condolences,
tower
yeah.
thing, bro. That's why I don't fuck with it. Because it's protected, but
My parents would always tell me before we go to Illages or places like that, they'd be like, you can't go on that ride, you can't go on that ride. And I'm just like, I wasn't even trying to go, but I wasn't even trying to go, but now I have a reason, an excuse to tell my friends no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they over here, we're going to entire doom. Yeah, my parents.
You can have it. You can have it.
my parents don't want to lose a son. So, you know. All right, what's everyone else's dare? I want to know.
I feel like for me, it'd have to do with something that like would just mess with my anxiety. So like, say like, go up on stage for a full Broadway type show. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Abroad?
Really?
Oh my
What
god.
if you don't have
Wait,
any
explain to me
lines
what-
and you're just like a server?
Explain to me.
Okay, that's different, yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
but like, you gotta roll in it and you gotta
Like a play.
act,
Okay.
like in front of everybody. And
Okay.
I would be like, my anxiety would just go through the roof. I couldn't do it.
I feel that.
So you
That's
shave your head.
Funny. I'm sorry.
What if you?
It would be a hard. I don't know. It'd be a hard conflict.
See that
to
shave
do.
your
What if they
head?
made you shave your head and still made you go on?
It's like,
No, I have nothing to lose at that point. Like,
you know what I
Everyone
think when you
puts
say
in
that?
there.
It makes me think that when you be dreaming, you have those dreams that you're just in front of everybody and they're just like, you wake up,
It's like too real, too real.
too real, too real.
What's yours?
No, I was like, I don't know, bro. What's a dare? Cause I'm down for whatever. You feel me? So like, you said, "Hey, yo, do it," and it was like my hair. I really fucks with my hair like heavy. So I'd be like, it would take a lot, like a lot. It look like you know, like what?
What if somebody told you to take a certain substance, right? Because I feel like you have a fear
Oh
of
yeah, no,
tripping.
yeah. Oh, that solid. If someone
Yeah.
said, "Hey, yo, like take shrooms," "Hey, yo, take this acid," "Hey, yo, da 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 da," or cut your hair, it's dead. Like it's like, yeah, bro, I'm a hair coming off.
For real?
Yeah, bro, I'm not. I don't play. Like it just feel
Crazy,
like
right?
mess with like it messes with like my
Acid
mental
maybe,
health and
but
shit. I can't do it.
I get
I'd be like, as soon as I feel like, if I even think that I'm high, bro, it's gone. It's dead, bro. It's bad.
That's what you think.
That's what I know. But before we get into anything else, we want to introduce ourselves real quick. This is the Straight Water Podcast. My name is Jay 3 times.
and I'm ATD or Antonio the Don. You can see we're back in the studio today.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy, the King of Day. You feel me? Yeah.
It's your girl, Jada P.
It's your boy Rambo.
Yes, sir. And today, one of the first things that we're getting ready to talk about is
Wow.
Cardi B and Offset. I got questions.
Cardi just
I was gonna
dropped
say,
a fire ass
explain
song.
That part too. I liked her hair. I know that's dumb, but like the bandana dye, that was cool.
I haven't been paying attention.
Oh, I peeped that.
That song that she dropped,
nice.
that
The
shit was-
bandana dye.
They did like
that shit was nice.
a drip,
That was-
New
that
York
was
drill type
nice.
song. I think that's what you call it.
Sounds right. I'll trust that.
They ate that, huh?
Yeah, but I want to talk about because they just posted, or she just posted. I don't follow Offset, so I don't know. But so he has 2 kids with her, and then he has 3 kids with other women, and they posted.
Say she.
Yeah.
They for Essence they did, which is a magazine. They did a photo shoot, and there's I don't know if they were the cover. They probably were, but they did photo shoot, and they posted, and it's a photo shoot with all of his kids and Cardi B, and they're married, and there's of course drama,
Always drama.
with like the other moms. But I'm curious, like, because they're posting, and one of the things is interesting because like I was researching it, and he has 2 daughters and 3 sons. And the other daughter, her mom was going off about the fact that he got tattoos of his other kids' names, but not hers. And
He got tattoos with like Cardi's kids.
of the other kids, yeah.
Damn.
Even the other sons, and not her. I don't remember her name is like Kari or something, or Kaylee. I don't remember her name. It starts with a K. But he didn't get a tattoo of her name, and he was showing off these new tattoos. And she's one of the middle children. So there's that drama. And she was like, "How are you gonna disrespect my daughter like that? Blah 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 blah. Daddy issues, of course." But then they're posting these photos and doing a photo shoot with all the kids, including the daughter, as if they're one big happy family, even though those aren't her kids. So my question is, would y'all let your baby mama and her husband do a photo shoot with your kids without you, as if that's their family?
First of all, I'm gonna try my hardest to not have a baby mama.
I rebuke it.
Let's say that. Let's start there.
I'm gonna try my hardest
No
to
baby
not
mamas, we have
a
wives. Come on.
People get
Yes, sir.
divorced.
But
Yes,
that's
sir.
true. That's why I
I was
said I'm
gonna
gonna try
say,
my
yes,
hardest.
sir.
this
Yeah.
is like a situation where it's like more than just like marriage. Like this is like you said, divorce, and like when you have different
They were
families, that's
never
a whole-
married.
I mean,
Yeah.
like like split
But
up.
I get you. I get you.
Like it's just separate families, and in those kind of cases, like I couldn't even conceptualize that
Right.
to me, because like to have 2 different families,
Yeah, that's
that you
wild.
have to like keep up with both.
Yeah.
Like that's just like something hard within itself. But
Right.
like at that point, there's a different level of like just a different mentality going into it. Like you have to have a different kind of respect for the other family, and you have to have a different kind of like it's just you can't go into it thinking like this is just me and like it's not about just you anymore. So that's how I think of it. Like I don't know their situation,
Yeah.
but I hope that it's like a respectful thing on
Yeah.
both sides.
I'm curious if they got permission.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder,
hope
like,
so.
I
I doubt it.
a lot of these celebrities, like, their issues get, like, flamed all over social media and shit all the time. But my thing is, like, at first I was kind of, like, blaming it on, like, you know what I mean, just the social media society or whatever, however you want to call it. But my thing is, y'all put y'all business out there.
Yeah.
As celebrities, y'all put y'all business out there. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, get mad when people are all in your business.
And people act like people.
Type shit, exactly. That's what people are going to do. So my thing is, I guess Offset ain't fucking listening to me or Cardi.
Maybe one day.
But if he was,
Yeah, we'll tag
I
them.
just,
We'll
say,
tag
like,
him.
I just think like these celebrities, like y'all have to understand that y'all are celebs, and you know what I'm saying, like
there's a responsibility with
you
it.
know what I'm saying, like that. If you want to have some type of private life, keep those type of things private. Nowadays, no one has privacy, and that's kind of annoying to see.
How do you keep that private though? Like
What
that's
if-
impossible to keep private because
Right.
like everybody already knows that that's clearly not Cardi B's kid that's in this picture or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But of course, Cardi probably wanted to. Cardi and Offset
But-
probably
And
wanted to
I
have like a
said
little
don't show their
photo.
kids.
But
there are artists that don't show their kids.
Yeah, or like
Like
Beyonce,
yeah.
very very
Beyonce,
quiet, and she went
Kendrick.
through a whole
Yeah.
scandal thing.
I didn't know that.
Very
I didn't know that
quiet.
Kendrick had a
J.
kid.
Cole
Yeah.
got
Exactly.
kids. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that J. Cole had
Drake forgot he had a kid.
He was trying to keep that
now that's
undercover.
That's his favorite little
He has
photo
to.
item.
He has to. That boy said, "I really love my son, didn't you?"
Said, do you?
he was hiding the world from his kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to hide the kid from the world while the world was trying to hide from the kid. Yeah, bro, fuck.
Shout out Jake.
What if you took it off personal or off public, and it was like, I guess to be
Like
relatable to us who aren't celebrities yet. What if it was like a Christmas photo that you're that she's sending to her family, and
And has all the kids
has
together.
all the kids, including your kids, but she's sending it to her family.
See, my thing is, so you talking about like with the context of like I don't have that my one daughter, I don't have her tattooed and everything.
Not even that, but just like there's clearly drama history.
See,
and
I've
she's
seen
remarried.
I've seen
so she
men
has other kids.
I've seen men that get along with like all his baby moms and all his kids can be in a photo together. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen situations where like I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible. You know what I mean? I don't.
But for you,
What?
like if she was like, "Oh, I want to put our kids in this Christmas photo so I can send it to his and I's family. Give me
Yeah.
our
I don't
kids."
see. What? I don't
It's
understand.
like you had kids with somebody,
And now they're remarried.
like now y'all ain't together. And
We
it's
want
like,
to take Christmas photos.
No, she wants to take Christmas photos with her new family.
Yeah, with her new family.
And y'all's kids.
Yeah, the kids that you shared plus her kids that
And
she
her
has
husband.
now. Yeah.
So I think it's just like whatever they think is like if she's okay with that. I wouldn't.
guess-
I think it depends on like a level of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you guys are in new relationships. You are not dealing with each other anymore. So I just think like a level of maturity and like if people go for that, some people their morals tell them like I'm not going for that. Some people they'll go for that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll ask if that bridge ever gets crossed.
I think it'd be more disrespectful to leave the kid out. You feel me? 'Cause it's
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying, like-
if you just leave the kid out, like, oh yeah, we gonna take family pictures. You have to come because you my kid. Like I'm responsible.
And then if you
for
left
you or
the kid
whatever.
out, it's a whole
But you're
bunch
out
of
the
other
picture,
shit
though.
too. Like,
Yeah,
I think-
that's
either way
that's
it
what-
go.
So
that's
that reminds me.
disrespectful.
There was this story that popped up around Christmas time. It was about this black family who's in a similar situation. Like, they shared kids. Actually, no, it was a husband and his wife, and they both had their own kids, and they had kids together. And so, like, for Christmas photos, like, she dressed, like, their kids, the kids that they had together, in like, clothes. But his kid, like, her husband's daughter, like, they just didn't dress him for the or dress her for the picture. And, like, people were wondering, is this disrespectful or not to be doing this, like, just to leave out, the kid that's not yours and to include the kids that's, like, both of theirs.
I think niggas gonna be mad regardless.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like no matter what the situation is, bro. Like in an ideal world, you just don't have kids with niggas that you can't.
Right.
Like don't like come on.
I
But-
feel like the problem with it is that it's performative. You feel me? So it's not. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like it's intentional.
it's very intentional. Like you're doing it to make it seem like you actually care, but you never cared to begin with, and that's the issue. Like I think it would be more respectful if you stood your ground and just said that I don't care about this part of my life or these part of people, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Like y'all can be over there, I'll still pay for this and that, but y'all be over there. I don't want you in this picture. It would be
So,
like
but
you
how do
stand
we
your
know?
ground on that.
Okay, for sure. So you saying if they're being performative? But
Yeah,
do you
if they're
think,
being
Do you
performative.
think that the Cardi B and Offset situation? Do you think that they are being performative?
Hell
with it?
yeah,
They are
for sure.
performers.
They're performers.
For a
They do
living.
stuff for. I feel like their life is surrounded around doing stuff for attention or for likes and stuff. I won't take this out of the realms of things that they would do to get said attention.
There were also a lot of rumors in 2020 that they were getting divorced. So how do you go from that to because
Jackie,
the
buddy.
title of the thing, the Essence shoot or whatever, was like Wrapped in Love with Cardi and Offset, and I was like, y'all were just getting
I
divorced,
mean,
and now
there have been times like when it comes to Cardi B and Offset situation, that's always going back and forth because he's cheated on her like publicly twice.
Yeah.
But each time,
He knows how many times privately.
so like, but after they always seem to fix it because she was like, yeah, I'm a material girl, like, and he always buy her something. She like, yeah, I like things,
Yeah.
and then like it'll just be healed after that.
her love language is
So
gifts.
like, yeah, I don't see them as like
And one of her songs, she said,
Yeah.
if you got money, he can
You
make
know.
you come.
Speaking
Like,
of his baby mamas, there was a woman who faked a pregnancy for 9 months and then didn't have a baby, and people were like,
she true.
that's
Where it
that's
at?
bold.
She's a
Fucking
trooper.
dope.
She's somebody that I want to keep on my side just for
shut up.
scares.
But she wasn't even pregnant, and he like wasn't messing with her anyway, so she was just making a rumor to make a rumor, and she's done it before.
Shout out
She's
all the
committed.
fakers. You know who you are.
Not shout out. No, go home.
No, for real.
We love them.
The door.
Shut up. Andrew said
Easy for some.
content. My next question is, are y'all getting paternity tests if you have babies out of wedlock?
I've said this before in private, and I will say it public. Absolutely. Like, just for my own, like, not for, like, you know, not to be a dickhead
It's
or
for
nothing,
us.
but just for, yeah, just like, shoot, I don't need, like, even if she don't know about it, I'll just be like, just so for my own
Peace of mind.
peace of
You
mind,
would
you
do
know?
without her knowledge?
I mean, if
That
she's
has so
like,
many
if she's
consequences.
wild,
Very
like
much
she's
so.
like not wild, but if she's like,
Do it.
'cause I know how it sounds.
We'll deal with those consequences. For my peace
Because I know how it
mind.
sounds.
He said, I want to deal
Worth
with the
it.
consequences. Then take that chance, and in 18 years,
Shoot,
That's a
'cause you
dare
know
he
what's
would
crazy?
take
be
us.
sick.
You find out that kid ain't yours.
Then it's up, like it's
Then
like
it's
shit.
up. Now you gotta
Like,
look at it and be like, somebody's been lying, and it's me, but it's not me.
And if it is yours,
And then it's
she's
so
really
messed up
offended?
because you're actually.
Then I'll make
If
it
you
up.
raise
to it.
that
we have a
kid,
kid
bro.
together. We have to make it up. Come on, we gotta make up.
You know what? I'm gonna twist it.
This
I'm
reminds
gonna
me of
twist it.
that Life
Gaslighting.
Jennings hypothetically with I think Faith. I forgot who was on that song with Life Jennings. That hypothetically, of course. Y'all never heard that song?
No.
I think I know what you're talking about.
She don't know what she's talking
I'm
about.
no, I'm not good with songs.
Y'all go listen to it
titles.
after this. Y'all go listen to it after this. Basically, she was saying like, what if, like hypothetically, what if the same situation, I had a kid with another dude, but you know what I'm saying, like, would it hurt for her to keep it like a secret, or would it be better for her to just go ahead and tell him type shit? So that's kind of like.
So you better tell me, bro.
I was gonna say, bro.
want you to tell me.
Right, like, but it's gonna suck. But that means I gotta raise a kid for like,
You know what I'm saying?
however
That's
long it's
my
not been
kid.
my kid.
Like, and for one, let's twist this, guys.
And mind you, people do that.
They do that. You're right.
happens.
I was thinking like this, right? If you get a paternity test, right, and of course, if it's not yours, you finna flip off, and now there's no leverage that it can be twisted back. If it does, damn, she's a mastermind. She got that. But if it is yours, and Shorty's like, you didn't trust me. No, I trust you completely. But this is not for you. This is for me, for my peace of mind. And if you care about me, then you'll accept that we did this without your knowledge. But now you are knowledgeable to know that.
But does
this
that
is
make
our
us
kid.
selfish as men if we do that? Does that make us selfish?
I think
Run behind
to
their
some
back.
degree, but genuinely, if it like gives you peace of mind to be able to actually like carry on within the relationship, and if you have that gut feeling, like I feel like that says something. So not says something for that specific situation, but says something within that relationship in
Right.
general.
Why are you with that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
right
that you
quick,
should
right
dig
quick.
deep into.
Not to cut y'all off, my bad, but we just have a comment right quick from I'm that dude. He asked, do any of us even want kids?
That's a great.
So how y'all feeling? Y'all feel like y'all want kids
Also,
in the future?
what up to what up?
Yeah, we had you last time. What's up, boy?
What's happening?
Dang,
Y'all want kids?
Y'all want kids?
I do.
I want a little mini me.
I don't want a bunch of kids because I come from like a family and a legacy of like who've always had a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Like my grandparents had a lot of kids. My aunties and uncles have a lot of kids. My parents have a lot of kids.
You want to keep the cycle. You don't want
I
to break
don't want
generational
to.
curses.
Okay.
I think I'm cool with like maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
I want
Three's
an
a
army.
lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At most like 3. But I don't want an only child. I want them to grow up
Yeah,
with
being an
somebody.
only child sucked. It was okay, but it sucked.
Could be better.
We get blamed for everything.
Who else you gonna get?
And it's no,
you gonna blame?
because sometimes it's not even your fault, but you still get blamed.
You're still the only one.
Yeah,
there,
like you're the only one there. And being a single parent household, like, then you also are the support, but you're a child. So, like, no.
That's real. That's actually real.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I want
And
kids.
it's boring being by yourself.
I definitely want kids.
Yeah.
I want a daughter. I want a daughter for sure. Just like, cause I feel like, I don't know, that is like, kind of like, not soften me up, but like, I don't know, that'd
It'll
make
definitely
me
change your perspective on stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
The way that you shift, that's what scares me, bro. I will have a daughter, and then just all this ugliness will come out where I'm just like, whoa, like that's
I
terrifying.
know. I feel like is there
So-
a switch that goes on and off with parents like when they have a kid?
You feel
Because
me?
like like you can be one person, then when you have a kid, it's just
You
like,
become a whole different,
Yeah.
like, you,
Yeah.
like, you
You kind of have to be.
yeah, you have to.
And like I don't mean just like responsibilities and stuff. I mean like manipulation. I mean
Type-ish, Brody.
like discipline. Like starting to be more strict about stuff.
Yeah.
You feel y'all ever remember when I don't know if your moms ever did this, but like used to guilt trip you into stuff?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you'd be like, you don't love me if you don't do this type stuff. I remember, man, I was in the car. We were riding. My heart still hurts. We were riding somewhere, I don't remember, to church or to something, right? And she was just going off about responsibilities and taking care of the house and whatnot. And I'm over here, a little kid, talking about, Mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just talking as a little kid. And then she hits you with if you can, you would do it for me. And then I was just like, what? You think I don't love you? Bro, I was distraught. That same weekend I swept. Didn't do it again. But that same weekend, swept the house.
Nigga swept once.
Yeah.
Felt terrible and swept.
Then the
Guilt
guilt
tripped
goes
me into
away.
Said,
and
I'm bougie.
You don't
nigga.
feel like sleeping anymore.
And you're a
Yeah.
kid, yo. Priorities.
When my mom and I got in arguments, I would go clean my room. I'd be like, she don't love me. I'ma clean it and I'ma love you.
Pack your bag.
Y'all ever run away from home? Y'all ever run away from home?
I ain't gonna lie.
I did,
drove away from
bruh.
home.
Like, there was this one time my mom was telling me about it. There was this one time. Like,
Say you drove away from home.
you drove.
I drove.
Oh, you drove.
Yeah, because I had a car at the time.
Oh,
Like,
wait.
I was walking.
I wish I would drive away.
I was gonna drive to a homeless shelter to like.
What? Wow.
And what are you gonna do with the car, first of all?
Yeah, but then I was like, I'm not really cut out for homelessness.
I'm weak.
What?
That's what went through my mind too when
what?
I ran away too.
Did you buy the car? Was it your car?
No, my grandpa bought the car.
Bro, I
So
wish I
it was
would
mine.
try to drive, because that's my mother's car type shit.
Oh.
Like, if I tried to take the car and say, I'm running away, she'd be like, okay,
It's over with.
insurance. She'd be like, okay, you're done, bro. Like, that's dead. Like, you said, leave my keys on the counter.
I used to think that I could survive if I ran away.
Yeah,
It's not
Right, literally, report a stolen vehicle and keep it pushing. Be home in 30 minutes. Like,
Bro, one time I ate my mom's chips. I'm going ahead and tell the truth right now, man.
She don't know to this
I don't
day.
know to this day. One time I ate my mom's chips, right?
Comes out.
So it was actually me and my little brother, bro.
Don't put him into this.
No, for real. No, for real. It was
said, if
actually me
I'm
and my little
going
brother.
down,
So I ate some of her chips, and I gave him some, like, you know what I'm saying, like, cause I don't know, I was
be an
just on some dumb
accomplice.
shit, just to be an accomplice. Like, you want some?
so I go down, we go down.
She get home, she get ready to eat her shit, type shit. I don't even think she wanted. She just knew that that we took
Yeah,
it.
they don't even
She
feel.
didn't even want it. She just knew that we took it.
So just
Type
want it
shit.
because you want it.
It's a principal thing for them.
She started going in, bro, and all my younger siblings ended up getting in trouble for it, type shit. And then it was my turn to get my ass whooped. Right?
I was gonna say if you played it off to where they got in trouble, I was gonna be like, good shit.
So it was my turn to get my ass whooped, because if nobody tells everybody, I get that. So it was my turn. My mama said, Ramsey, come here. Boy, I took off out the door, took off. Nigga,
Nigga,
burners
oh
on.
my
I'm in the neighborhood hiding under cars and shit. She looking for me.
Mad, bro.
Bro, she was sick, bro. And then, like, I kind of, like, ran away, like, 20 minutes away from the crib and shit. And then I realized, like,
20
I got nowhere to go. So I went to the gas station, and I called her. I was like,
Sorry about you some new shit.
good. You can be my ass now.
Bro, she took me home, bro.
Bro, that stuff is funny, but it's not funny, bro. The heart attack that you have at that moment is crazy. You know the dry throat thing that we were talking about, where nothing's functioning.
Oh, that like the tight throat.
I don't.
Like, you know you about to get your ass whooped.
Bro,
So what happened when you reunited?
So when she got me, the car ride was silent.
She picked you up.
She came pick me up type shit. No. Actually, I swear to God, my mom did not come pick me up. Actually, I called her and she was like, "Well, you ran away. You
Run back.
Run back." So I ended up. I forgot. I got in, bro. I think I might have gotten a random person car type shit. And they took me home, type shit.
Wow.
They took me home. When I got home, she was just waiting on me. She was just waiting on me, bro.
What?
But she got on my ass. She got on my ass when I got home.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
What? It was not gonna be safe.
My siblings was mad at me and shit.
Bro, I remember
But I
like
just.
kind of like off of that. I remember a time when when my dad was still home or whatever, right?
sorry,
And my mom and my dad were just like, kicking it in their bed or whatever. They were just kicking it in their bed or whatever. And me and my mom were going back and forth. I'm mouthing off at her like she's saying whatever. My mouth is insane, bro. I would say
Really?
whatever. Right. I would say what? I would just like be mouthing off or whatever, hard-headed and shit. I don't know what I said. I think the words "shut up" came out my mouth or something. I don't know what I said,
Forbidden language.
but I said it. And I
Violation.
saw my dad instant as soon as it came in my mouth. He said, "Boy." Boom! Like he got up off the bed so fast, I took off. I ran down the stairs. I ran across the street. I was track star, bro. Like I was out. I sat there. He stood at the door, just like this. Just stood at the door. I was over there, just looking at him. I was like, "You gonna chase me? What we doing, bro? You gonna give me a chance to rest? What's up?" Like I remember walking back into the house like, "Sorry, I'm my bad. Sorry."
You just gotta give him like some time to cool off.
Yeah, bro.
It's time to cool off.
I think I was down
It don't matter, bro.
It don't matter.
across the street. I was yelling, "My bad. I'm sorry." Stop. I was like,
Bro, you gotta try your best. 'Cause, like,
Yeah,
at this point, you already made them more mad by running.
By running.
And
So-
you know
said,
what's
"I ain't gonna
crazy?
let him catch me." Though.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
If he
I
catches
feel like if you're petty enough and you're truly your parents' children, I say that you prolong the anger. You feel me? I say that you prolong the anger in the sense of that just keep the distance, keep away. Are you gonna beat me when I get home? You be like, of course it's gonna happen.
I'm not
You be
coming
like,
home.
you know, exactly. I'm not coming home. You just lost a child. That's wild. Crazy.
Bro, because you know,
Kids,
No,
don't
no.
listen to this man.
because you forget, you're just as stubborn as your parents.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm not.
No, that's
coming
facts,
home.
though.
Are you
That's
still gonna
facts.
beat me?
That's facts.
Yeah, if you're gonna hold on to it, so are they.
Right.
And somebody's gonna have to be adult in the situation.
I bet money is you because it's gonna get cold sometime, boy.
So
Like it's gonna get dark and it's gonna get
Speaking
cold.
of being just as stubborn as your parents, do you guys think y'all? Maybe I asked this question already. Y'all got most of y'all like life morals from your parents, or just like
Very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I didn't get what to do, I got what not to do. So, yeah.
Wow.
Facts, yeah.
Because I notice little things. I'm like, yeah, my mom. That came straight from my mom.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, because like my parents were always like community servants, you know, like growing up, and so
Yeah,
like
you a PK.
yeah, is that PK?
Say that.
And like so, like I like would always be with them on that, like because back when like we would usually live in like small towns. And like in those small towns, we'd always like be involved somehow in some of the community events, or we'd like even now we do like some block parties and shit. So like I definitely see myself as like growing into that, and like I wouldn't say I'm like one to actually have the same motivation as them to do it now, but like I definitely learned some of their like values from that.
Kind of off of that, we got a comment from Kimberly that said people learn how to raise based on how they were raised. So kind of like that nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
It's like by nurture. So.
But as okay, well, that's true. But sometimes I notice some parents like they were raised a certain way that's kind of like I won't say toxic, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of toxic, you know what I'm saying? So some parents like y'all don't realize that, and like it like continues to happen. It's the same ramification in your kids, like you know what I mean? Because I guess with the conversation of like
y'all got beat. Are you gonna beat your kids?
see, and I didn't even look at it as getting beat.
That's a conversation. That is a long conversation.
But that's I feel like corporal
didn't
punishment,
get beat.
especially with a lot of studies, Like, that's not the way
Oh, you learned real quick.
to have your kid do what you want them to do.
See, my
That's
thing-
the way to have them run around, get lost, and get kidnapped.
See, my thing is, I don't think I will whoop my kid. I think I want to get him to the point, like, where I let him know early. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I've had friends, and I asked this question. Like, one of my friends, shout out Dalen. Shout out my boy. His boy's valedictorian. I was talking to his mom and everything, and I was like, "How did y'all raise this man?" Like, really out of curiosity. And that's like, basically, she let me know like they really never had to whoop him. Like, they let him know everything from a young age, and you know what I'm saying, like, he didn't really give them any reasons type shit. So I think it depends on like your kid, I guess.
I ain't even
If you got badass kids,
You
like,
feel me?
naturally bad,
Some kids just
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
naturally
needed that
bad.
whooping,
So
bro.
like,
I would have.
some ass
Put me in
whoopings
the
I
corner,
didn't
I'ma
need
laugh.
for sure.
Be like,
Sure, I feel
Sometimes
like
you don't have badass kids. You just have badass parents who get annoyed at every little thing you do. And when you don't do what
sometimes
they
just
want
have
you to
badass
do,
kids.
then they hit you for it. You know? I don't think, because then that raises your kids to think it's okay to be hit when they don't do something.
Nah, that didn't raise me to
You have
think
to like,
it's
yeah,
okay
you just have
be
to
hit.
teach them about it type shit.
You have to if you're gonna. I feel like if you're gonna discipline your kid, at least I liked when my parents like let me know why I was getting in trouble.
And she took that big bite too.
for breakfast, right?
Like this.
I had a donut. I didn't have breakfast.
Oh, that's
and I'm
Sorry,
not
my
a
bad,
morning
Rambo.
person.
My bad.
I forgot what I was saying.
I was just like,
I'm dead ass forgot what I was just
You're
saying.
talking about getting beat.
yeah.
I forgot exactly what I was saying.
Of
Sorry.
explaining the process.
Oh yeah, I like when it like I feel like it's like smart to like explain to them like why they're in trouble and shit. Like,
Bro,
you know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
not trying to listen to anything that my parents were saying and like discipline. But like that's messed
You
up.
whoop it.
But,
Yeah, bro.
but that's
You
what I'm
only get
saying.
if you get.
That's what I'm saying though. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like as a kid,
Yeah,
you're
but
not
then
trying to listen to like what your parents are saying when you're in a punishment mode, or when you're like rejecting the fact that you're wrong type ish, which is like where the beatings come from. Like you're not listening.
Yeah.
Like, do you hear what I'm saying? Like in order for once you get that little tap, you're just like, ah, it's like I hear you. I hear you. Stop. I hear you.
Yeah, but then you're
stop.
focusing on being hit and making the hitting stop and not the lesson.
I hear.
The lesson is that I don't want to get hit.
Yeah,
At the
but
moment, and then you process what the
Yeah.
lesson is after that. I don't want
What
to
did I
get hit
do?
at the moment. What did I do
this
to
woman?
get hit, and why was this wrong?
nah,
You
I
feel
feel
me?
like there's better ways.
There's
If
for
you-
sure
There
better
may
if
be
you-
better
like,
ways,
when
but
you-
that is a way that works sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but just because it works.
I'm not gonna say it's guaranteed. But shit,
Just
worked
because
for
it
me,
works
shit.
doesn't mean you should do it. Like
Right,
you can
that's
still
true.
get
That's
not to say children
sorry.
are dogs, but just because you get an obedient dog from hitting it over and over and over to learn a lesson, you can still get an obedient dog who loves and respects you and doesn't have problems when they're older.
Literally.
Who doesn't have problems when they're an older dog through other means of like training and lesson learning and stuff like that.
That's
so
true.
I feel like that's the worst
But
way to teach your kids
some
is to
people-
hit them.
Some people they grow up in environments where they don't have time to sit down
I was just
and
about
actually
to-
discipline their kids
They're
like
not
how they.
kids.
That's
Kind of
hot
ignorant.
take.
I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
that's a very hot
ignorant.
take.
I don't know if that's ignorant because you can't. I don't know. Man.
I don't think it's ever okay to hit people. So like, and kids especially, because they can't defend themselves.
No, I'm not
Like-
advocating for it.
Like, no,
I think to the
I
extent.
just.
I think okay. This is gonna be
You're a
interesting.
grown ass person. Why are you hitting a child?
You don't gotta use 100% of your. It's more about the fear
Yeah.
of the belt than it is about how hard I can hit you. Cause like if I know that I have the full strength even right now to fuck
mess
up
a
a kid,
child,
of course.
yeah.
But like it's not about the like how hard I'm like a little. It's gonna get like you know they're gonna be dramatic regardless.
Type shit.
A
You feel me?
little
They're gonna be
isn't
it's
good,
gonna be
no.
dramatic. They're children. You feel me? They're gonna be
And
dramatic
I'm like, this
regardless.
goes back
Because
to
you're
if
not
you
you're
know
not
your
mad
kid.
enough to go. You're mad that you're hitting them with a belt.
That's
That's bad.
I know
That's
that's extreme, but
So,
belts
a
and
belt
whips come from places.
I think a
so
belt is
I just say
like
be
With
careful.
okay, it's
and
the
without
fear of the
it's still
belt. I'm
being
just like
regardless. It's what is being. I feel like we're getting. We
great
have to get into
conversation.
It's a wonderful conversation because thinking about it and like digesting it. This makes me want to bring out preacher side. You know, like don't hit your kid out of anger.
go ahead.
You know, like when it's a beating that's like out of just straight anger and fury type ish, and that's hard for you not to get there, but you have to regulate that as a parent. You have no choice but to regulate that because they're not able to. They're a kid. You feel me? They're not to that extent. It's for you to teach them and let them understand that this is the reason why you're getting this consequence. And this consequence happens to be this physical consequence. Whether it's mental, whether it's physical, mental, all of it can damage them to a very severe extent. If you do something mental, okay, bet. So something that's done within African households, right, is that they have you do punishments where you're over here standing and you're over here bent over like this, right? And you're done it for a long. It's just as cruel. That's what I'm saying.
Or sit on some rice in the corner.
That's
put your
still
knee
Name a
up.
mental
That's what-
punishment.
Gaslighting, guilt tripping, all of that's mental punishment too.
And that's terrible.
Oh,
That
you
can have
don't, you
them-
don't love me?
So you
I'm
have
saying
what
it's
is your
more-
type of
advocate for-
what is your type of punishment is what I'm asking.
I'm not saying you have to punish your kids. Maybe ground them and take their phone away. Look, no, but I'm like,
I see what you.
or like
I see what
you're
mean
on the
there.
football team and you have a really big game coming up, but
you can't
you're not
play.
doing your chores.
That hurted me. That hurt me. My grandma did that to me.
No,
That
that's
hurts you
mentally
more
abusive,
than.
though.
That's
No,
still
it's not.
It
If you
is.
aren't doing
Because then you
anything
resent
to
your parents
earn,
for that kind of stuff.
no, but you're
And if
not
it's
doing.
opportunity,
You're not doing anything to earn that reward. Like going to a football game and playing on a team is a privilege. If you're not doing
That's
your
also
work,
something you're passionate about.
I know, but if you're not doing your work at home, then why should I drive you to go to a football game? Why are you giving that more attention than the place that you live with the people you love and you care about?
Question:
I don't
what
need to beat you
age?
for that.
So like, because that sounds like, you know, if you're like 16, you can understand punishments, right? If you're like 16, 15, you can understand punishments. If you take that away from me when I'm 16 or whatever, like that's when you go like transfer over from like I stopped getting like, you know, a whooping or whatever when I was turning like 13. Even when I was like I just ate the hits and I was like, okay, doesn't do nothing no more.
changes their mind.
Yeah, so it's like
Don't do it.
So it's like there's a point where you have to stop whooping your kids, of course. Like, I agree. Because it's like, you know, it just doesn't do nothing no more. Like, it's like, shoot, I could take a hit, whatever. Or it just doesn't, I don't get the lesson no more. But at that point, you should be able to, like, understand, okay, I'm not going to the game because I did this. This is fair.
Yeah.
So, you understand
But
the
if you
punishment.
raise them that way, so like even with like 3, 4, 5-year-olds,
Yeah, what do you take away from that?
instead of putting them in timeout where they're sitting and not doing anything,
Okay.
you put them in quiet corner. Like I've asked you to clean up this many times, you're not doing that, so you need to go sit in quiet corner. And in quiet corner, you can do like 3 different things. You can color, or you can do this, or you can do that. But you need to go sit in quiet corner, and then we can have a conversation because you're not in the space to listen to me.
That's easy to see. Yeah, I see. I don't disagree with that, Jocelyn. Not at all. I don't disagree with that at all. But I think a lot of these things that we're saying, it's kind of like it's easy to say when you put that shit on black and white. But when you got kids and like your kids are being actually like, when it's the difference between like a child that makes mistakes and a child that's continuously being disobedient. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like kicking your kid
But
out of a classroom.
I'm not saying you have to whip your kids. I'm not saying you have to
definitely
punish
have to.
punish them. But I don't know, man.
But there's
But-
different ways.
There's different ways.
I mean, cause look, my thing about like say like whoopings is also like you have the biblical perspective. Then there's a historical perspective, right? The Johnny Lynch principles, which like for people who don't know is like the one who I think it was Johnny Lynch who like kind of put into like his whole like this is like his school of thought into how to treat like the enslaved people, and like how he was like he said to break your slave before like they start obeying, and like there are ways that like that's transferred over into how we treat our kids now, and so
we don't
like,
notice it.
yeah, like like.
That's
'Cause
why I
the kind of
said
stuff that,
belts
like,
and
parents
whips are
do.
very similar. So
Yeah.
It's similar to how we
careful
raise
where you're
soldiers.
doing
If you
Yeah,
think about
it's
it.
like yelling at them,
Yeah.
like taking away privileges. Like it's like that kind of stuff is like, it's it's historical and it has its own like significance and like why people agree why we shouldn't.
Cause they even had it in the damn schools, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I
but
remember getting paddled like second grade type shit.
you got paddled?
You got that?
I remember.
Weren't you
getting
born in
paddled.
like 2000? Two.
Bro, he's in a different environment than
Definitely
we were.
illegal
That's
by
crazy.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely illegal.
But it was also that was when you were in Texas, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's different.
Texas
That's
is
why I
different.
said
Yeah, my fault.
different
Yeah.
environment. Yeah, he was not the same place.
You
we
say
were.
Colorado, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
But the sound
Not
is
in
different.
Seattle.
Bro, Texas said the Pledge of Allegiance to Texas. Bro. Texas is different. Like, nah,
They already been doing their own thing.
Yeah.
My thing about this is all of this, we can go in circles around what's the best way,
Oklahoma,
what's the
y'all
right way.
wildin'.
What?
We was just naming places that's wild.
Look at him
Oklahoma.
Texas.
Oklahoma.
He said, I hate
You're from
Oklahoma.
I know, but while we, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all heard about the shit that just happened in Oklahoma. I didn't mean to cut you off, my boy.
No, you good.
Let's you say your policy, then we'll move on to
I
Oklahoma.
got you. So I was saying that all of this, we can go around in circles talking about what's the best way, what's the best way. In my head, I'm thinking that if your kid, it's gonna be bad. If your kid was the type of kid that I was, I found joy in everything. So even if you punish me,
about Joy getting here.
no,
It'd be like,
no, like, I found
a day.
I found joy in everything. So even when I was doing timeouts type stuff, I was over there in the corner just happy. I was
trying
getting
to
just
make the best of it.
you feel me? And then they're getting mad that you're happy. So it doesn't help with the
So
punishment.
it's different, yeah. It's
Yeah.
different for
Yeah.
everybody how some people learn, like, and
You
really
feel
it's just
me?
down to like learning.
It
And like,
is.
so
And
for
paying
some
attention
kids, it's
to how
just,
they learn.
Some kids it's just a conversation, like, hey, let's sit down. This is serious, and you need to like emphasize this is serious.
But we're not
And then
talking about
sometimes
those
they
kids.
listen.
We're talking about
yeah,
the
that's what I'm
bad
saying.
kids, the
Sometimes
baby
it's
kids.
different. Like it's different for
But
everybody.
are they bad?
You're right. So let me not say
No,
that they're
they-
bad.
Or do they just not
misunderstood.
learn like everybody else?
Yeah, you're right. They're
That's
misunderstood.
true.
True, I think-
No, because those are the kids who get kicked out of classrooms. Those are the kids who barely make it through school because nobody puts effort into learning them. Like everybody wants everything their way, but nobody takes the time. They're kids. Like, yes, they're growing up, they're learning themselves, but they are also people and they have their own personalities and
They
stuff.
can grow.
Yeah, so like learn their personality. If they're not learning the way that you want them to, that everybody else does,
I don't know what you're saying.
like don't kick them out. That's not how you're gonna get any results. And then they're gonna
See,
go through the system thinking nobody cares about them.
I just think that, this was going to be my last little take on it. I think that that's the reason why at least I'm not ready to be no dad, no nothing. bro.
For
Like,
sure.
If I had a kid right now, bro,
For sure.
I
can
wouldn't know
relate.
what to do, bro.
Keep
Like,
it a
this conversation right here alone
We'll take
just
it
shows me that I'm not ready to be no father at all. I don't got the patience or like
Patience.
nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, and
Like,
we're really just now getting used to taking care of ourselves. Keeping
For
Literally,
real.
bro.
Like, keep it
I'm
a
having
bean.
Cheez-Its for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So say that again.
No, that's what I mean. I shouldn't have kids right
Your
now.
kid hits you with the, Mommy, Daddy, I'm hungry. Here's a cheese.
Here's some Cheez-Its. This is what mommy
The
did.
Ritz crackers.
What was you gonna say about
Yeah,
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Real quick,
Oh.
just food for thought. Kimberly said it's wild that all the men are advocating for physical consequences.
I wasn't advocating.
I'm not advocating, but I mean,
Interesting.
food for thought.
It
You know?
is.
Say Kimberly. Stop.
He said exposing.
I was thinking that whole
Exposing
time,
us.
we could get into the root of that like in a later episode or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what were you gonna say?
You just created a new episode for us, Kimberly. Thank you.
I was
Thank you.
just about to bring up the whole thing that just so Governor Kevin Stitt, he just passed the abortion law and
Governor
Oh my gosh,
Oklahoma?
yes.
In
about the
Oklahoma?
15 weeks.
Texas
After
did it too,
15
both
weeks.
of them, the South
Yeah.
is-
And they don't remove cases of incest or rape. So if you get pregnant because you were raped
Just
and incest you can't.
Oh,
And then if you're a
wow.
doctor that performs any type of abortion, you can be sentenced to 10 years.
That's tough.
that's
In
the same
some-
thing in Texas too.
In
That's what
some
Texas
cases,
does.
though,
so
the
ridiculous.
moms can go to jail too.
But that's so crazy, bro.
That's so
like,
wild,
that is
bro.
it's so wild to me because I know people that actually was like had to travel to Oklahoma, like
Yeah.
to get.
Whatever.
And it's the men making the laws too. I would like to see you go through, especially
true.
in cases of rape and incest. I wouldn't like to see anyone go through that, first of all.
But in order for
like
them
the
to
men who are
understand,
making
like,
the laws, you'll never understand what it's like to have your body violated and then be forced to do something with it afterwards. Like, men get raped as well and molested and things like that. Sorry, trigger warning. But like, you can't have a baby from that.
Mhm.
And that's a life. And women are already have the expectation that if you have a child, you're responsible regardless of if the man is in the picture.
That shit is
So
just
like,
sick to me,
like,
bro.
why are we making laws about abortion? Why aren't we having better sex education?
And then as I'm looking
Why don't
at
we
it-
have better societal expectations on men to take care of children? And why don't we have these conversations better in the home? And also, why aren't you teaching your kids not to touch on each other? Anyways, you were saying.
And then as I was looking, yeah, facts though, fucking
Like,
facts.
for real.
That you preached.
And as I was looking at him, like when they had the, I don't know what you call it, but like they just all had smiles on their face, and then he had a very big smile on his face. It's just like, bro, like.
That
And I
Those
think
niggas who
it's,
signed
it's
it.
more. I think it's very intentional, bro. I think they're trying to get it to the point where, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know how, but they're trying to get to the point where, you know what I mean, we have an we're overpopulated and we have people struggling for jobs again. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be,
And our
and
foster
it's
care
already
system
bad.
is
It's already bad. But I
trash.
think they're very intentional, bro. These
Yeah.
people are very intentional, bro.
That's sick.
And like, what can we do about it? Type
Yeah.
shit. Like,
And it's unfortunate, like, you see the systems that play together, like, because that feeds into the foster care system, that feeds into the juvenile system, which also feeds into jails, which also feeds into prisons, and prisons are privatized. It all ties together.
prison
Like,
is slavery.
if you look, it's all there. It's all tied. You just got to open your eyes and see it. And then those people who have privatized prisons are funding governors' campaigns and
To
doing
have
their thing.
abortion
And
laws. Yeah,
it's all tied.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, I don't know where it was, but they just passed the gun law thing that you don't have to have,
This is in Georgia.
about
Yeah.
the
You don't have
concealed
to have a
carry or
permit.
whatever. Yeah. Why?
Word.
Kyle Rittenhouse, why?
They want PvP turned
Make it
on.
make
That's-
sense.
Oh my
I
god.
don't get it.
And
Like,
I bet
y'all-
that law
Said,
is
dude,
that law. It says it's for like everybody, but it's for
It's for white people, because if a black person's walking around with a gun, they gonna get shot.
I'm telling y'all, we're gonna start in a couple months. We're gonna go back and look at how Georgia's gonna be looking, and
Yeah.
see
GTA.
most of these cases. We're gonna see most of the people that get away with the shit. We're gonna see the color of their skin.
I mean, we already see it
You don't need
now.
a permit
It
to
already,
conceal
even if you have a
carry.
permit.
Yeah.
Everyone has a gun.
Yeah.
Legally now.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
That is
That makes me
GTA.
so
That's
scary, bro.
GTA.
Imagine just going out just on a normal day. That makes me look at life differently. We
Yeah.
talked about this. Like, if we get into a scuffle, bro, we're not doing this just to improve dominance or anything. Like, this to kill. Like, it's to like to
It's gonna get to that point, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all are asking for an apocalypse.
Do y'all think they're being intentional with that?
Probably.
Probably.
You
I'm
know,
sure
the
there's
black men are
something
gonna
behind it.
start carrying and everything, and then
I think,
I
no, I think it's
hope
just
not.
like a
That's scary.
like a southern attitude going into it, because it's like, you know, we love our guns, brother. So like, why not let everybody have a gun? I have a gun, you have a gun.
But not the black people.
That's terrible.
We have guns too, bro.
Black
That's
people
bad.
can have
Make sure that we keep that stuff on us.
It's just like trying to preserve that tradition.
But like for what? I don't get it.
I don't understand. If you ask them for what, the reasoning that they give you doesn't really make sense.
Like, why do you need
I
a
don't-
gun in public? Like, I get hunting, I get going to a shooting range, I get, like, for some people, that, like, feeling is like playing basketball or a sport. Like, it gets you off. Like, it's a great feeling of adrenaline. But why do you need that in public? Like, how
Well-
often are you getting attacked in
well,
public that you need a gun?
I feel like that's very easy. I feel like that's very easy for us to say here, being like comfortable where we live. You know what I'm saying? We got some people that I hate. I don't know why I always take it back to this, but it's true. We got some people that live in environments where, goddamn, anytime they walk outside, their life is at stake. So they need a gun.
Yeah, but these are in these places. It's the rich white men who are like, yeah, gun laws, and they're the ones voting, and they're walking around with their fancy belts and their nice shoes. They're the ones who are pushing these laws of we need guns. It's not the people who actually go out every day and are getting shot at. Those are the people who are probably getting over policed and ending up in jail anyways.
facts.
Because
That's
they
still
have
ways
guns.
we can go around to help them out, like laws that we can put in place to better help them out. But we're not doing that
And
still.
I'm not doing that
It's all
because
systemic.
gun control would
Very much.
help
Like, yeah.
raise those communities, and
You feel me?
you
Like,
want to see them in the dirt.
Damn, I understand.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
but I get what you're saying too. That was very valid.
it was very valid.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's a
Hey,
crazy
do you own
reality
it?
to come to.
I don't know how long we've been going.
I feel like that was a good conclusion though. That was a good talk. Should
Do
we
you want to
play?
end it on a lighter note, maybe?
Sure. What you got?
Say it up.
Y'all want to sing campfire songs?
So how are
Seen
those
that Willow
Cheez-Its?
Smith song?
How are those
Do
cheesy?
y'all want one? y'all want to cheese it?
I'll take one.
I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm not tolerating none of that.
I'm not tolerating that type of lactose.
Do you want?
I'm good. Thank
Do
you.
you want? Yeah, take one.
You know I can't.
Oh, you do Ramadan.
I keep doing
It's
Damn.
not even
Too.
Ramadan. It's just
It's just, it's not wrong.
You just don't like-
just fasting.
Oh,
Thank you.
Cheez-It, do Cheez-Its even have cheese in them?
Cheese it. Believe it.
I don't think they do.
makes sense.
word.
I don't
Well,
think they do.
Man.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, Oh, I thought that said skin milk, and I was very concerned. Okay, it is cheese made with
wrong with
skin
skim
milk. Skin
What's skin
milk? Skin milk?
And we're getting ready to cut. Well, shoot. Anybody want to do the outro? You want me?
Go ahead.
Bet. All right, well, shoot. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for watching the Straight Water Podcast. This is what, episode like 4 or 5? Who knows? Yeah. Thank y'all for tapping in. Tap in next time
Next
on the
week.
R Network next week. Tap in if you want to watch us on live. And if you guys want to see us like not live or whatever, type in Straight Water on any podcast platform and you'll find us there.
Social
I'm Jay
media
3 times.
platform.
Yeah.
Say I'm Jay 3 times.
Oh, my bad. I'm ATD.
It's your boy, the King of Day.
It's your girl, Jada P.
It's Rambo.
And this was the Straight Water Podcast, people. Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all for
Thanks
tuning
for
in.
watching.
Thank y'all, yeah.